Awesome.
Welcome to Business Incubator, where we talk to experts about some of the most relevant strategies to keep growing your business and your life. Today, we're going to talk all about selling during the time of coronavirus pandemic. We're all in the isolation, and I know you as a business owner are concerned about either selling or discounting deeply your products to make sure you're supporting people. I know you are in business of creating impact in your client's life, but let's talk all about how you can actually survive during this time as well. Today I have Jeremy DeMerchant, and he's a #1 best-selling author, award-winning speaker, and a creator of Momentum 120 Sales Accelerator. He found Permissions to Sell Consulting Group after 2 decades of sales and leadership roles for industry giants in telecom, finance, and education. Jeremy has had opportunities to support small businesses and small business owners and sales teams from Santa Monica to Singapore to double their sales results in a matter of weeks, and is now on the mission to ensure businesses maximize their growth potential during this time of economic uncertainty. So welcome, Jeremy. I'm super excited to have this conversation with you.
Thanks so much, Kat.
And you know, Jeremy, like this is gotta be one of the hottest questions that I get from my clients and my audience. And it is, how do you sell in the times of pandemic? Is that even ethically correct? Like, should you just give your stuff out for free? Let's talk about it.
Well, and that's a great question. And, you know, we still have bills to pay, first of all. Okay. So giving your stuff out for free, that's almost a whole other conversation, but I want to touch on it because a lot of people right now are thinking, I want to do good. I want people to see me. You see some larger companies giving access to things for free. They can afford it. Okay. If you're, a business owner and, if you're under $500,000, under $250,000, under $100,000, you probably can't afford to give everything away for free. So don't, first of all. So it's almost unethical to give your stuff away for free if you can't afford it, because you're putting yourself at risk, you're putting your family at risk, you're putting the people that depend on you at risk, and you're putting the future of your business at risk. So it's unethical to give it away for free when you can't afford to. The second piece is that when you give things away for free, people have no commitment. And so they're not going to leverage it. Like if you have an online program or you're going to give a free coaching session, if nobody has any skin in the game, they're not going to be as committed, right? And for all your viewers, I'm sure they know, if you're given something for free, yeah, okay, maybe I'll take a look at it. Like there's been a lot of a digital marketing program. A company has given away their whole membership for free until the end of the month, at least. And I shared it with 3 or 4 different people, and not one of them has even signed up for it. Like not even signed up for it. And this is something that I used to be a member of and pay $50 or $60 a month just to have access to. So if you don't have that level of financial commitment, you're not going to engage to that level, and you're not as committed to getting the results, right? I like to tell people that the level of investment is directly proportional to the level of commitment somebody has to achieving the results. And so if you're putting your stuff out there and it's not costing anybody anything, and therefore they're not as engaged, you're just lining people up to have the lack of positive experience. It might not be a negative experience, but you're going to suddenly feel like, why aren't they doing it? Why aren't they getting the results? Am I really good at what I'm doing? And you're going to create all this doubt in yourself when the whole world is in a state of doubt and confusion right now, and you're going to end up killing your business. So free service is the fastest way to kill your business on a couple different levels.
Agreed. That should be a quotable. We'll put it in the card. and Jeremy, this is something that I think a lot of our viewers are wondering, right? Because there's a lot of influencers that are selling something online on Facebook, on Instagram right now. And you can see that in the comments, if not somebody creating a video, they get a lot of heat from people saying that it should be free. Or saying, how dare they sell something in the time like this? And I absolutely agree with you. You gotta have skin in the game in order for you to actually get the results as a client. And you gotta make your clients have skin in the game. Otherwise they don't get the results. And that's where the whole fear of not serving your clients come in, right? So the imposter syndrome is a real thing. And I think it really comes from that, is you give your stuff out for free and then you just don't know why. Why are you even in your business? So
Totally.
totally. So what are some of the things that we can do to I guess adjust our sales strategy, if anything, if we need to do anything, but adjust
Mhm.
our sales strategies to resonate with people more as we're offering our stuff online or over the phone?
Well, before we go into sales strategy, one of the biggest things is the mindset. And
Mm.
so I mentioned that I think it's unethical to give something away for free. But the other part is your audience needs you. If you're in business and you consider yourself to be successful or on track to be what you deem to be successful, and that's your own personal opinion, but that means that you're serving a purpose, or you're creating an impact. And so you've got maybe dozens of people, maybe hundreds of people, maybe thousands of people that might be on an email list or are on social media watching you, looking for guidance. And if you have a product or a service that can help them, you need to ignore all the people that are saying, oh, you shouldn't sell. Yeah, those people are broke. Okay, those people want something for nothing. And if they were ever put in a place where they had to run a business, they're going to struggle and fail. So don't listen to them. You need to choose who you listen to. Listen to the successful people. Right now, money for your business, creating revenue is so vital because we don't know what's going to happen 30, 60, 90 days from now, which means if you don't make more sales now, a little bit of cash you have, and depending on how much a little bit is for you, the little bit of cash you have might be what you're sitting on and stuck with for the next 90 or more days. So you need to generate revenue for yourself. But more importantly, your audience needs what you're offering. And so if you're going, I saw this post and someone got reamed out for trying to sell, suck it up. I can't sugarcoat it. This is a time when sugarcoating is not going to serve anybody. Stop. So if you're scared of the haters, entrepreneurship might not be for you, because like year 2 of my business, it's when I dealt with all the haters, and now I've got a much thicker skin. I don't care anymore. But the first year and a half, 2 years, it was really tough. Like, I get it. But you need to understand that the people that are, throwing hate at you, it's because, one, they don't understand, or two, they're only focused on themselves. They don't understand this world that we live in entrepreneurship. It's a tough place. And so if you just give it away for free, you're actually going to hurt people more than you're going to help them. And if you just sit there and keep it quiet, if you don't even offer to help people, you're doing them another disservice. And the reality is, and I'm not going to pull any punches here, so I hope your audience is okay with it. If you are more worried about yourself being upset, or you offending some person behind a keyboard, because right now we're all just behind keyboards, right? This is like
Mhm.
troll central waiting to come out and tear businesses apart. If that's what you listen to and you're like, I don't want to feel bad, I don't want to feel guilty, you're being selfish, because you're worrying about your emotions, how you're going to feel if somebody gets upset, versus how somebody else is going to feel in your audience when you help them, when you provide them with a product or service that's going to move the needle for them, that's going to help them personally, going to help them professionally. You might have something that could save their business right now. I was in a conversation last week with a gentleman, and he runs virtual events, and he says, I don't know if I should be selling right now. Like, I feel bad. I'm like, everybody needs what you have right now. There's thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of live events that are being canceled right now, and people are losing money on deposits. We've got people that are going to want refunds, or they're deferring the event, or there's lots of challenges that are coming up from live events. But if you can help people host virtual events, you can make a huge impact for them. And luckily, in that same group, there was a woman that hosts live events that said, please let me talk to you, I need your help. So, and that was someone who's a seasoned business owner. So the fear and the questions that you're having, they're totally normal. But we need to make sure that we respond to it responsibly. We can't, shrink down. Like, the whole market is going into like a contraction, right? Everybody's shrinking down, and we need to expand. We need to grow. We need to be louder. We need to be prouder, and we need to take the haters and just put on hater blockers. Hang on, do I have sunglasses here? Hang on. Or put on our hater blockers and just go for it. Okay? Because here's the thing. The haters are going to hate. I feel like I'm quoting Taylor Swift now. The haters are going to hate, and we got to go and serve. So it doesn't matter. They're going to hate anyway. They're never going to be happy with what we do, because they're not our ideal clients. They're people that want something for nothing, or they're so focused on something bad that's happened to them from somewhere else that's making them the center of their world. And you can't help them. So go help the people you can help. Help the people that want your help, and do so with fire. Like, get passionate about what you serve, or how you serve, and who you serve, because that piece, that support that you give, that service, that product, whatever it is, if you can help somebody in their personal life, in their business, Maybe you provide a service for pets. Figure out a way to get that to the pets, right? Like, so that's the mindset stuff. Like, you need to figure out how to get what you're offering to your audience and still have them invest. Don't give it away for free. Have them invest. And if you want to add more value, hey, bonus, sign up now, and you get this, this, and this. That might be a bonus outside what you normally offer. So be it, but don't give it away for free. Don't restrict what you're offering because you're scared of what people think, because it's not going to work out for you.
So I hope you're listening, because Jeremy is dropping gold here. Something that he just briefly mentioned there at the end. Guys, don't deeply discount your products. Add bonuses instead. You want to feel good about it. You want to feel fired up. You want to be passionate. Continue to offer value to your audience. They need it right now more than ever. So continue offering your products and services, whatever it is that you're meant to serve this humanity. So make sure that you put it out there. So thank you, Jeremy. So okay, let's dive in a little bit about that. I want to hear a little bit about more about sales. So tell me a little bit more of what are some of the things that we can do to be better.
Well, in this particular market, there's some interesting things happening. One, there's the perception people are all worried they're not going to have any money, which means all your competition is convinced that nobody's going to buy. Now, there might be less people buying. But right now, you've got an entire marketplace to yourself. If you're the person that's willing to reach out to people and connect with them, like I've been telling people, call everybody you've ever done business with. Check in on them. What can I do, or what can someone in my network do to help you? Build that connection, build that relationship. Sales is all about relationships. So what happens 90 days from now is going to completely depend on what you do today. Build those connections. Even if there's not a way that you can actually turn what you offer into something that you can sell right now, like maybe you've got a physical building that people have to come in to experience your service, at least build the relationships, check on people, see how they're doing. They're going to remember you because you're the one that checked in and made them feel like you were thinking about them. So now, as far as actual sales go, there's so many places we could go with this. The big thing is right now, though, when you're having conversations with people, don't spend a lot of time on what's going on, the coronavirus, because they can turn on the TV to hear that. Everybody's tired of hearing about it. It is the reality. You can say, hey, how are things going with you based on what we're all going through? That's fine. But don't spend 20 minutes talking about your quarantine life and things like that. Like, nobody cares. But if you start by asking about them, and this is a process I've broken down into a PDF called the 5 C's of Successful Sales Conversations, where you start by building a connection, build a rapport, learn about them, learn what's important to them. So if this is somebody you already know, a previous client, a current client, or prospect you've been working with, you have an idea of what they're about, but dig in deeper, like, hey, what's really important to you right now? What things have your attention? And in this conversation, my goal is to find a problem that I can solve. So right now, even if you have a product or service that doesn't fit because nobody can leave their homes for the most part, you can still find a way to solve some kind of problem, and somebody will pay you for it. I had somebody come out of the woodwork on the weekend and say, hey, we've got this idea. It's kind of outside your scope, but it still aligns with the core business. Would you be open to it? And I went, okay, what do I need to receive compensation-wise for it to be worth it? And how do I make sure that it doesn't pull me off track from something else? And it turned out that I came up with an offer, and it sounds like that's going to work out. But it wasn't necessarily sales consulting in the traditional way. It was a little out in left field. And so you can do that. Just find somebody who you can solve a problem for, and make that problem be one that's big enough they're willing to invest some money for it. But the relationship is key. That's so vital. Make sure that your priority should be helping people feel that you understand, or that you want to learn more about what they're going through.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been talking all morning to people about relationships and how it's more important now than ever before.
Right.
And now I call it, now we finally have time.
Yeah.
Because there's literally nothing else that you need to do, nowhere else you can travel. So now you have time to follow up with people, to have conversations, check in on them, and continue building those relationships. So Jeremy, thank you so much for jumping on today. I know you have a resource for our listeners that I'm excited to dive into. So what is it, and where can they go to get it?
Yeah. So the 5 C's of Successful Sales Conversations that I mentioned, I touched on the first part, which is building relationships. But there's 4 other sections that are super valuable. My current and past clients have used this. They'll put it up next to their computer, and when they start to jump on a sales conversation, they follow it step by step. It's just a framework. It's not a script per se, but I've had people close $10,000 sales with completely cold leads using this structure. So you can go to permissiontosell.com. That's permission, T-O, sell.com /5, the number 5, CS, as in 5 C's.
Perfect. And we'll make sure to drop it below so you can get access to this fantastic resource. Don't forget to grab it, print it out, and use it. Again, Jeremy, thank you so much for jumping on and sharing your wisdom. It's been a fun conversation, and thanks for suiting up.
Thanks, Kat. Yeah, we gotta, I figured that if everybody is at home and they're dressing in t-shirts, it's very easy to stand out. So that's one other thing I'll just throw in as a last piece is, how can you stand out in your marketplace right now? I'm the only one that I've seen doing Zoom calls publicly on lives in the last 2 weeks with a tie on. That was easy. So, and people are talking about it. So find something to help you stand out.
Everybody's going to be wearing a tie.
Right? I'm okay to be a trendsetter.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, Jeremy, have fun.
All right. Thanks a lot. Take care.